The market just dropped 20%. Your portfolio is red. Your phone is showing numbers you have never seen before. What do? If you have never lived through a market crash, this video is the most important one you will watch this year. And if you have lived through one and you panicked, this will show you exactly what that cost you. A market crash is when stock prices fall sharply and rapidly, typically defined as a drop of 20% or more from a recent peak. That level of decline is officially called a bear market. Here is what most beginners do not know. Crashes are not rare. They are a completely normal part of investing. Since 1928, the S&P 500 has experienced a bear market roughly every 3 to 5 years. The market has crashed during wars, recessions, pandemics, banking collapses, and political crises, and after every single one, it has recovered and gone on to reach new highs. Crashes feel like disasters. Historically, they have been opportunities. When the market falls, the value of your investments drops on paper. If you had $10,000 invested and the market falls 30%, your portfolio shows $7,000. Here is the critical word, shows. You have not lost that money. You only lock in a loss the moment you sell. Think of it like your house. If property prices fall 20% in your city, you have not lost money unless you sell right now. If you stay, the value recovers. Stock markets work exactly the same way, with one important difference. Stocks have recovered from every crash in history, no exceptions.
Let us look at the 5 biggest crashes in modern history and what actually happened after each one. The 2008 global financial crisis. The S&P 500 fell 57%. It took 4 years to fully recover. If you held your index fund through the entire period, you are sitting on massive gains today. The 2020 COVID crash. Markets fell 34% in just 33 days, the fastest crash in history. Recovery time? 5 months. 5 months. And then the market went on to one of the greatest bull runs ever recorded. The dot-com crash of 2000. This was brutal, down 49%, and it took 7 years to recover. This is why diversification matters. Black Monday 1987. The market dropped 22% in a single day, recovered within 2 years. The pattern is clear. Every crash ended. Every recovery happened. Now, the 5 worst things you can do during a crash. Number 1. Sell everything in a panic. This is how you turn a temporary paper loss into a permanent real loss. Number 2. Check your portfolio every hour. This guarantees an emotional, irrational decision. Number 3. Wait for the market to settle down before investing again. By the time it feels safe, the recovery has already happened without you. Number 4. Stop your automatic investments. Pausing your monthly contribution means missing the exact months when you buy at the lowest prices. Number 5. Try to time the bottom. Nobody knows when the bottom is. Timing the market has destroyed more wealth than any crash ever has.
Here is what you should actually do. 1. Do nothing. The hardest and most profitable action in a market crash is inaction. If your portfolio is built for your time horizon, the crash is just noise. 2. Keep your automatic investments running. Your monthly investment now buys more units at lower prices. This is dollar cost averaging working exactly as designed. 3. Rebalance if you are overdue. If your 80-20 equity to bond allocation has shifted because equities fell, this is the right time to top up your equity position. 4. Read your investment thesis, not the news. Remember why you invested. The companies in the S&P 500 still exist. They still have revenue. A crash is a price event, not a business event. 5. If you have extra cash, consider investing more. Warren Buffett said it best. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Your monthly automatic investment is your single best protection against market crashes, and here is the maths. Imagine the market falls 40%. Your $500 monthly investment now buys significantly more units than it did at the peak. When the market recovers, and it will, those extra units multiply in value. Investors who kept their automatic investments running during the 2008 crash and the 2020 COVID crash came out substantially ahead of those who paused. Not because they were brave, because their automatic system removed the emotional decision entirely.
Let us put a real number on panic selling. $10,000 invested in the S&P 500 in January 2000, held through every crash, every crisis, every headline, would be worth approximately $80,000 today. That is an 8x return over 25 years. The same $10,000, if you sold during the 2008 crash and waited until it felt safe to reinvest, would be worth less than half that amount. Missing just the 10 best trading days over 25 years cuts your final return by more than 50%. And most of those best days happen during or immediately after a crash. How do you build a portfolio that survives crashes without panic? Under 35, 80 to 100% equity index funds. You have 30 or more years. Short-term crashes are completely irrelevant to your outcome. Age 35 to 50, 70% equity, 30% bonds or debt funds. Age 50 to 60, 50% equity, 50% bonds, protecting more of your corpus as retirement approaches. Over 60, 30 to 40% equity, 60 to 70% stable income assets. Capital preservation becomes the priority. The right allocation means a 40% crash only affects part of your portfolio, not all of it.
You are the primary narrator for Grow Your Wealth. Here is your action plan before the next crash, and there will be one. Step 1. Know your allocation. Write it down. Having it on paper prevents panic decisions later. Step 2. Automate your investments. If your plan runs automatically, there is no decision to make during a crash. Step 3. Build your emergency fund first. 3 to 6 months of expenses saved separately means you will never be forced to sell investments at the worst time. Step 4. Stop watching financial news during crashes. The media profits from your fear. Your portfolio does not. Step 5. Remember the data. Every crash in history has ended. Your job is simply to still be invested when it does. Market crashes are not the end of your wealth. They are a test of your strategy. If your strategy is solid, diversified index funds, automatic investments, the right allocation for your age, a crash is just a temporary dip on a very long upward journey. The investors who built real wealth did not avoid crashes. They stayed invested through them. Links to everything mentioned are in the description. Subscribe for a new video every single day on Grow Your Wealth.